For many new golfers, it's always difficult to understand the fundamentals of how to hit a golf shot and to how to make the ball go as far as possible with as little effort as possible. For this TED Talk, I'm going to explain a couple different things you can do for your golf swing that'll help you improve your distance, your accuracy, and help you lower your scores. So the first thing you want to do, which is the most fundamental basic thing, is your grip. I find the easiest way to grip the golf club is to start with whatever hand is going to be on the top of your club. So if you're right-handed, as I am, you're going to have your left hand at the bottom. If you're a lefty and you swing the other way, you're going to have your right hand on the bottom. So me being a right-handed golfer, I'm going to keep my left hand on the bottom. The next step is to kind of point out your index finger as if you're making a little gun with your hand. You'll then take your other hand and you'll slide your pinky, the little gap between your pinky and your ring finger, in between your index finger on this hand. So you're going to put that right in between there. Okay, so that should be sitting in a little bit like that. Okay, then you'll wrap the rest of your fingers around and you'll line up both of your thumbs so it'll look a little something like that. Okay, so that is the most important part, in my opinion, of a golf swing. It's not even actually swinging the club, it's making sure that your grip is set up in such a way where you're holding the club comfortably, and it's going to allow you to get your hands through and exactly where you need them to be at each part of the swing. The next important part of your golf swing is your setup. So, as you can see, I have a driver in my hand. So, the general setup for a driver is very different than any of the other clubs you have in your golf bag. This is because the swing you put on a driver is typically going to be a lot wider as opposed to a club like an iron or a wedge, where the swing is going to be a lot steeper and you're going to come more steeply on the golf ball. So, since I have a driver, as I said, it's going to be a lot wider of a swing and it's going to be a lot smoother as you're going through. So, with this in mind, your setup is typically the golf ball is going to be teed up fairly high and it's going to be along the inside of your lead foot. So what that means is I'm right-handed, so my lead foot is going to be the one on my left side or where my left leg is. So the golf ball is going to be just inside where that left leg is. So it's just going to be just inside here. You're going to have it a comfortable distance away from you. You don't want it that you're reaching out like that. You also don't want it where you're kind of have your arms pulled in tight because it's too close to you. So you want it a comfortable distance away. The next thing in your setup that's very important is to keep your left arm straight throughout the entire swing. It might feel a little silly and look a little bit silly, but the purpose why you keep that left arm straight is during your takeaway and your follow through, what it does is it allows you to keep your club in the same position throughout. So as you're coming through, because your arm's straight, it's going to bring that club back to the same position as you're taking it away and going back through. So it's going to be in the same position both sides of the swing. What that's going to do is allow you to strike the ball more consistently every time and help you hit the ball straighter, which is the whole point of what we're doing, right? So in terms of setup, so we have it on the inside of our foot. We have our left arm straight. We've kind of dropped our shoulders a little bit. So as you can see, there's kind of a strange angle. So I'm kind of angled back like this. I just find that comfortable personally. There's no real benefit to doing that. I just find that that helps me get my hands to where they need to be at impact, which for me is about there, I would say, is probably a good position. In terms of the takeaway of your club, you want to make sure that you're not taking the club away too quickly. This is a huge thing. So if you watch a pro golfer swing a golf club, like your Tiger Woods is, what they'll do is they have very good tempo. They're able to take it away and kind of swing quickly through it. That comes with years and years of practice. Not everyone's going to be able to do that right off the bat, and that's completely okay. What you want to make sure you're doing, though, is when you are taking the club away, you want to make sure you're taking it away on a good position, on a good line. So I tend to like to take the club away and kind of just practice having that in this first starting position, and then from there just rotating your body through and around. So for me, that's kind of as far back as my swing's going to get. Okay, so to kind of reiterate that, you have your starting position, you're going to keep your arms straight, you swing, you get to that spot, and then you want to keep that rotation going. So for me, as I said, that's as far as it's going to go, and that's as far as I like to go with my swing, because any further, and then you end up looking like John Daly, you're kind of going like this, and it's hard to get your hands and your club back to where they need to be at impact. And by that, what I mean is, when you're swinging your club through to the ball, you don't want your club to be open like this when you're hitting it. You don't want it to be closed like that when you're hitting it. You want it to be perfectly straight in line, so when it's hitting the ball, it's going to cause the ball to go straight, rather than if it's closed, the ball's going to go to the left, or if it's open, the ball's going to go to the right. So, generally speaking, these are a lot of common mistakes that can happen to golfers, just in terms of them having their swing path be not in the ideal position through the ball. So lastly, just looking at setup, inside foot, straight arm, nice clean takeaway, and now the follow through. So you want to make sure that you're kind of leading your body through the ball. It's not like you're jumping through it, but you're kind of just uncoiling your body like a spring, and you're allowing your hands to release through the ball, which will be what's getting your club back to being straight through impact. Okay? So once you piece everything together, you're left with this swing. So you have your setup, you're kind of in a comfortable spot, you've checked everything, and then you do your swing. Okay? So that's how you quickly improve your golf game, just through grip, setup, and breaking down the swing into a couple small parts. I promise that'll help you lower your golf score and improve your golf game. Thanks for watching.